Good morning. Welcome on into your Monday. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Evan Thompson here in the Weather Center. You are going to want that umbrella here. Over the course of the next 3 days, we at least have the chance of storms here all the way through Wednesday. Here's how it works out. We have a couple storms hitting the areas of the Arklatex between Monday and Tuesday. I don't think they hit everywhere around the Arklatex here between today and tomorrow, but we will have the presence of storms within some areas of the Arklatex here between the first 2 days of the work week. So again, grab out the umbrella just in case here for today and tomorrow. You will definitely need it though on Wednesday. Wednesday storms will be hitting everybody with around widespread storms that could give us a chance of severe weather too. After Wednesday, we dry out for the rest of the work week and into the weekend. This weekend is looking a lot better than the last one that we just had. All right, so here's the severe weather risk here for your Monday. It is only a marginal risk, but it at least is in play here for the day today across the pretty much the bulk of the Arklatex here for today. If anything, maybe a slight risk of severe weather up towards Magnolia and Hope with a slightly greater chance of hail specifically up near there, but overall just a low-end threat of any severe weather threat on the table here for the day today. But overall, you're going to see a lot more out of Tuesday, mainly in the northern end of the Arklatex, Wednesday for everybody around the region. So it's another line of widespread storms that could bring us severe weather, and cooler temperatures will finally follow suit, at least briefly for a day or two into Thursday and Friday. So here's how that future track works. Again, the next 3 days have at least the chance of storms here in the Arklatex. At least in the early morning hours, everything's looking good, but just still cloudy. And eventually, we'll trigger onto just a few spotty, tiny storms here for the day today, anywhere around the Arklatex. Mostly light to moderate rainfall here for you. Then we get into Tuesday. That's when we could see a little more into the Arklatex. Again, these storms getting very isolated. Not everybody's seeing them around the region, but they could still give us a low-end chance of severe weather. Then we get into Wednesday. That's when the main show comes out and about. We have a line of moderate to heavy rainfall that could give us a slightly greater chance of severe weather in for the middle of this work week. That could even last into Wednesday night. Once you get into Thursday, though, all is cleared out and away of the Arklatex. Hey, severe weather risk here for your Tuesday. You have a slight risk in play for those areas along and north of the I-30 corridor. The rest of us should be fine and free of severe weather, at least for Tuesday. But then you get into Wednesday, and that's when the bulk of the Arklatex is under that slight risk of severe weather again. So stay weather aware overall over the next 3 days before we have a nice long dry spell ahead for us into the end of the work week and into the weekend. Lastly, I want to talk temperatures. Again, it's still mostly in the upper 70s and lower 80s once more all the way through Wednesday. Once we get into Thursday, though, highs you see briefly go down into the 60s. There, one cooler day of the work week here for your Thursday. That will also feature morning lows getting down into the 40s here for Thursday and Friday. So you're going to want to bundle up here for the end of the work week, especially going out to work and school there, again, for the last 2 days of the work week. So again, the chance of storms lasts over the next 3 days. Definitely the greatest chance of rain out of the next 3 days will be on Wednesday. Then we get into Thursday through Saturday, completely dry days into the Arklatex. A slim chance of rain there on your Sunday, but most of that tailors to a system looking to pop in early next week. Highs will quickly rebound after the 60s on Thursday. We get back up into the lower 80s by the weekend.